Hi, I am Sam Barsky. Uh, you know, for those of you who have seen my videos all week long, I've been working on the sweater with the picture of the waterfall. So on here today, I finished all the knitting of it, but it still has to be finished. Finished. That means being sewn together. So what I have here is a sleeve that I'm working on attaching to the body of the sweater, which here's the body that you've probably seen. So I've already attached half a sleeve over here, and I'm working on attaching the other half of the sleeve over here. I'm having some technical problems with the... Oh, here. Never mind, I got it fixed. So here's what I have to do. A stitch is 5 units vertically by 7 units horizontally, and that's always the same no matter what yarn size you use or needle size or gauge or anything. It's always that. So in order to make the sleeve match up perfectly, you have to make sure you have 5 stitches on the sleeve across to 7 vertical stitches here. And that's something I've worked out mathematically before. So figuring out exactly how many to do, you have to use the technique of cross multiplication, which you probably learned in elementary school, to figure out exactly. Like, I'll tell you some of the numbers having to do with this sweater in particular. Like, each sleeve on that I do on this needle size, it is 75 stitches across. So about half of that is 37 and a half. But I actually put the remove one, subtract one because it goes in the middle. So that's 37 stitches on each side. When you do 5 to 7 with 37 and an unknown, the unknown is approximately 52. And since this vertically is 160 stitches, like from bottom to top, you want the lowest blue row will be the 52 taken away from the 160, so that will be the top row. That will be 108. So actually, you'll start the blue one no higher than 109 if you want them to line up evenly. Lining up evenly is very important when you sew up the seams of a sweater, which will be the next step afterwards. Like, see here, I have purple here and purple here. You want to end the use of the purple on the exact same row number or maybe one apart from it, or else you'll have a seam that will look like this, like with green here and purple here, and you don't want that. So here, purple goes to purple, green to green, and so on. This color to this color, and of course you want blue to blue, and since the end here is matching up to the sleeve, then you'll have to make sure these are all blue. Someone said hi to me. Hi! So I'm going to get back to here now. This is what I have left. Sewing a sleeve on, I consider it to be the hardest part of making a sweater. It takes me typically about half an hour to sew a sleeve on. So, as I mentioned before, I had half of it done. I did that this evening at the yarn shop in the group I go to. And then I'm doing the other half this evening. So when you sew these on, I had done a video about this not too long ago. You want to take this needle and go under not one but a minimum of 2 stitches here, because if you do one it won't be sturdy enough, and then you go here and do 2 stitches. But since it's not 1 to 1, it's 5 to 7, you have to periodically make sure you're balanced out here. So if you have more here than here, you can compensate. You can pick up more than 2 stitches here sometimes, or you can skip a stitch on occasion. Not do it too much. just to keep a good balance, to keep it even. The idea is to do 5 here to 7 here. Like this will happen, but you can compensate. You can even go under the same stitch more than once sometimes if you need to compensate. So I'm just going to keep on doing this. Someone actually asked me right now, wanted to teach me to knit. I'm trying to figure out different ways in which I could teach different techniques via these live videos in the future. Hopefully I can enable all my friends and all my fans who are scattered all over the world to learn from me somehow. I'm really grateful to Facebook for introducing these live videos, which give me these opportunities. As so many people want to learn from me, but that's been my biggest obstacle all these years, is that is having so many people spread out throughout the entire globe on 6 continents who have these wishes. So as I'm doing this more, I'm moving closer to the end. I have a little more than half of this half to go. I don't think I'm going to keep the video going throughout the entire time I do this, but hopefully I'll do it enough so you can see what's going on. I'm doing a 3rd stitch under this one just because there's more of this to go than this, and I want to balance out the 5-7. Usually it's easiest to do this flat, mostly like either on the floor on an area rug or some other kind of surface. I do this, but I'm doing this in the air just so you can watch me do this live. I don't always have the luxury of being able to do it like on the floor. Very often I end up doing it in a yarn shop or some other knitting group, sitting at a table with a lot of other people. So I'm going to get going soon. It was nice to do this for all of you. The video will still be available in my news feeds afterwards. Good night, everyone. Someone just joined, so I'm going to do a few more stitches just to show this other person who just joined. But hopefully you'll get to see this video. Those of you who couldn't catch me live will see it after the fact. Good night, everyone.